right, guys, welcome. We're here at 1238 Camden Place in Santa Ana. This is a property that's in a trust. When the administrator hired us, the successor trustee, there were a couple of questions that they had whether or not selling the property for cash or selling the property to a first-time home buyer. When we arrived, we noticed that the trust was going to net more money if they sold it to a first-time home buyer. But there were a couple of items that we needed to do. So one of the first things we noticed when we went into the backyard, we had this huge tree that had tangled up the cable lines, the telephone lines, and the post was actually leaning to the side. And that was a red flag, because I know that when the appraiser came out for the buyer, that they were going to call that as a healthy hazard. And they did. So we removed the tree. You can see we also removed a car that was in the backyard. We removed a lot of personal items in the home. A couple of things that the appraiser called out is there were cracks in the drywall, and the appraiser called out that those cracks needed to be filled up, sanded, and painted over. The appraiser also called out peeling paint along the fascia, the eaves. This property, you can see that the fascia, most of it has been removed, but you can see that the eaves have a lot of peeling paint. And the entrance, there's a rail that also has peeling paint, and the appraiser called out for all of the peeling paint to be scraped off and painted over. There also were 4 electrical outlets that are not in working order and that are broken, a gas heater that is not in working condition, it's in the floor, that needs to be in working order. There was a lot of personal items in the garage and the attic that needed to be removed as a safety hazard, as well as the truck that was in the backyard. So these are minimal items that needed to be done. Instead of the estate settling for a cash offer, which would be $100,000 to $150,000 below market value, they're selling at top of the market with an investment of about $5,000 to $6,000 with the removal of the huge tree, painting of the fascia, the eaves, and fixing that wall heater so that it's in working condition. And we were successful in obtaining a full price offer with a first-time home buyer qualifying on an FHA loan without ever going on the market. All right, guys, so when you have a property in a trust or in probate, do not hesitate to reach out to the Probate Brothers. We're here to help and put a game plan so that you net as much money as you can when you sell the house.